Okay. So I realized after I had spoken yesterday, some of you might not have realized I wanted to do 52 as well. If you didn't get the evens done on 52, don't worry. We'll give you the full points.
That was my bad.
And my bad too. My mistake. So, how'd it go? Feeling okay about it? So this is our plan. This is our plan for next week. We're thinking we're going to have a test on this unit Thursday next week. You guys following me on this adventure?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want you to be aware. This will be the unit test. Okay. Now because I like y'all and some of the other teachers, so most of the other classes that have this class, they're going to give the take-home test on Wednesday. I'm actually going to give the take-home test on Tuesday. Now, here is my deal. Here's my deal. This take-home test, the questions are going to be very similar. Very similar, meaning if the take-home test had this as a problem to do, the actual test would probably have something like this. Okay? That's how close the problems are going to be. Okay? So, the last 10 minutes on Thursday, during the test, you still following me? You get to use the take-home test. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, aren't you going to feel silly if you decided not to do anything on the take-home test?
Yeah.
I mean, we are going to have you guys try it. Then we're going to work out the problem. So then you make your corrections on the take-home test. So then they become almost like a little note packet. Does this make sense? So let's say you're on the test and you're going, I got number 1, I got number 2, I got number 3, number 4, number 5. I kind of have a question on, so I'm going to hold off on that. Now I'm going to do number 6, number 7, number 8, etc. So the last 10 minutes of class, any of the problems that you weren't too sure about, you now have your take-home test packet sitting on your desk, and you're going through it. And you're like, okay, number 5 on the actual test and number 5 on the take-home test are going to be very similar problems to each other. And number 5 on your take-home test, you have the notes on because you took diligent notes, and you're going to be able to look at it. Okay? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
That's not horrible. I like it. Okay? So, who is going to be that kid who, come Thursday, I left my take-home test at home? Don't be that kid. Not you, Morgan. If you're that kid, I'm going to call home.
Just don't be that kid.
It's going to be a silly conversation. Right? Like, what? He could use it on, he what? No, he did. Wait, what? Kind of like that. I don't know if it's going to be like that, but thinking that. Let's avoid getting yelled at. Both of us. I don't want to get yelled at either. All right. So, my friends, let's talk about this. I wanted to take a look at problem number 2. Okay? So, this is W equals mg. So, let's be honest. Tell me, how would m and g be held together right now mathematically? What's holding them together? Yes, sir. Yeah, these are being multiplied. So if these are multiplied together, if I could spell multiply, how do we undo multiply? Divide. Breaks it up. Agree? All right. So it looks like on this problem, I want to get m all by itself. So my friends, what mathematically do I need to do to both sides to get m all by itself? Go ahead.
So
Divide by the G. Excellent. Does this make sense? So this means that M is equal to W over G. And you've solved it. There's nothing further to do. We don't tell you what things to plug in for it. We want to get the letter by itself. Okay? Now, my friends, I'm going to tell you this type of skill here, I kid you not, in chemistry classes and in physics classes, when you choose to take those, this type of skill is going to help you. I promise you. I'm not teaching you this to fill time. Okay? I'm certified to teach all science as well. I know what science does. Yeah. I spent way too much time in my undergrad.
Did you ever do engineering?
I made it through my junior year of engineering for mechanical engineering. Friends, I'm going to move on to number 4 unless anyone needs me to stay on this page. All right. So I want to get W by itself. It's not by itself. Agree?
Agreed.
So I do have parentheses. I could distribute the 2 over the parentheses because that would get rid of parentheses. Would you agree with me there?
Yeah.
Is there another way we could go about it though? Yeah.
Divide by 2.
Ooh, yeah. So remember, distribute is multiplication. Now, you are not wrong if you distributed the 2. Your answer might look a little different. It doesn't mean it's not equivalent to what we have. But I would undo this, and I would divide both sides by 2. And if I do that, these are going to cancel out. That's going to give me A over 2. Technically, this became a 1. And if I distribute 1 over the parentheses, do I just get L plus W? What letter am I trying to get by itself? W. Friends, how are L and W being held together?
Addition.
Addition. So what undoes addition?
Minus
Minus what?
L.
Yeah, I'm going to subtract L from both sides.
So A over 2 minus L.
So A over 2 minus L is equal to W. Or you could flip it over. You could have W come first. Doesn't matter. You could have this as well. It's your choice. There's not one that's more correct than the other. You make the one that works best for you. Okay? Hey, when's our test again? Thursday. When am I going to give you guys the take-home test? Tuesday. What can you use on the test for 10 minutes?
Take-home test.
Take-home test. The last 10 minutes. Okay? So if you're the person that's there, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to wait till the last 10 minutes. You are not going to get done. Okay? So the take-home test that you're using for that last 10 minutes is going to be the tool needed that should be able to help you. And again, I would guard that take-home test. Don't let your friend steal it. Because that's a mean friend.
Yeah.
Nuri, you have my permission to steal everyone's take-home test around you, okay? Deal? Deal?
And also, please do the take-home test. Like, I will just say this: when I was in high school, I never got the opportunity to ever have it. Like, they were like, "You failed the test. You failed the test. That sucks for you." So use this advantage, okay? Don't take advantage of like use it. Do the take-home test. It's there for you, and if you don't do it, that's on you. Okay? Do it.
I like it. I like it. I agree. All right. My friends, what letter are we solving for here?
H.
H. So I have a question for you. How are pi and r squared and h being held together? They're all being multiplied. So these are all multiplied. Agree? Okay. So what undoes multiplication, my friends? Division. So if I want to have h all by itself, what should I divide both sides by? Pi and r squared. So the pi's cancel, the r squareds cancel. So I'm left with h equals v over pi r squared. Okay, the green original problem, v equals pi r squared h, is how you find the volume of a cylinder. A cylinder is like a soda can.
Oh, yeah. Square, yeah.
Cool.
Well, soda can or like just a simple cylinder?
Just a cylinder. Well, some people when you say cylinder, like, huh?
It's got that like bent at the top.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah, yeah. All right, can I move on to number 8?
Of course.
All right, here we go. Number 8. We got y minus 2 equals 1/2 x plus 4. Oop, I got to make that. This needs to be a better parenthesis. All right, and I'm solving for what?
Why?
Solving for y. Now, I think you're all going to like this problem a lot because it just says solve for y, right? It doesn't say get rid of the parentheses, does it? Friends, how am I going to get that y all by itself? What one move? It had 2, yeah. And watch this, ready? Y equals 1/2 x plus 4 plus 2. Friends, in my opinion, that problem's done. Now, some people will say, hey, can't I distribute the half over the parentheses? Sure. If you decide to do that, you're going to wind up with this. And this answer and this answer, in my opinion, in this class, are the same. I could have multiplied everything by 2, and what would have happened at the end? It would have given me the same result. Yeah, that's a good move. Yeah, I like that. But how fun is that? We wanted y by itself. Add 2. Done. That's it. Kind of a cakewalk. All right, now some of you might not have gotten to 10 and 12, but let's work through them.
Okay.
Is that okay? Yeah. You get them all done? You're the best. I knew you were mine and Stone's favorite for a reason, but don't brag to the rest of the kids because they're going to get jealous. Do I wear? 5'2"? All right, so problem number 10 on page 52. Okay, so this says solve each of the following equations for the variable. So this means I'm trying to get y by itself. Okay? Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you. You got it. Sydney, you got a coupon for a free Starbucks. I'm just kidding. It's not a real Starbucks. All right. So my friends, we have 2 y's in this problem. Agree? I have a y here and I have a y here, and I want to get that by itself. Okay. I think on this one we could do it one of 2 ways, and they're both going to get us the same result. I think in this case, rather than clearing the denominator, I could multiply the 1/4 over the parentheses. But why did I say that on this one? Very good. The 8 and the 12 are both divisible by 4. Okay? So I'm going to do this 2 ways. Okay? I'm going to do it the first way we just said. Okay? If we do this, I'm going to get 8 over 4, which is 2y. And then 1/4 of 12, which is minus 3. And then I'm going to get the plus 3y. And I'm going to get it to be 22. And if I combine the 8 or the 2 and the 2y and the 3y together, I'm going to get 5y. And then I just solve the rest of it. Yeah, it does. Because it comes out to just what for an answer? 5? Okay, now let's do it the other way as well, just so you can see both ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this by 4 over 1, this by 4, and this by 4. Agree? And if I do that, this cancels out, so I'm distributing 1 over the parentheses, so that's going to give me 8y minus 12 plus 12y is equal to 88. Oops, I forgot a y. Equals 88. Combine these two together, that's going to give me 20y minus 12 equals 88. And then add 12 to both sides. Those cancel. That gives me 20y is equal to 100. Divide both sides by 20, and you wind up getting 5. Okay? So one of those two ways would be comfortable for you. They're both 100% correct. Okay? You decide which way is best for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But on number 10, you have to use a little logic as well. You have to realize that if you do 1/4 of 8 and 1/4 of 12, you get whole numbers, and that's good. Okay? Can I move off this one and get to number 12? Hey, we have some person named Rod solve the following equation incorrectly. Okay, so Rod said this. Rod claims so note this is the wrong way to do it. This is the wrong way. What does it appear? Where was the mistake? Yes, sir.
When you added -3 to got to.
Yeah. So this is where the mistake took place, here to here. That's the mistake. Okay? So the right way to do this would have been this way.
Distribute the 5.
Yeah, distribute the 5 over the parentheses. Exactly right. So I'm going to distribute here, here. So I get 37 equals -3. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 6 is 30. Thank you. Glad some of you get arithmetic quicker than me. These are like terms, agree?
Yes.
So if I combine -3 and 30 together, what do I get? 27. Subtract 27 from both sides. That's going to give me 10 equals 5x.
5x divided by 5.
What's that?
The same answer as number 10.
It is?
No, it's not.
Oh. So I come up with x equals 2. That is the right way to do it. And it's also on the right side of my slide. What do you think, my friends? Feeling comfortable with this? Okay. I need some help. Will somebody please grab the whiteboards and put them on the center table? And will somebody grab the markers? And will somebody grab the towels? Put it on the middle table for me, please. All right, my friends, once those get to the middle table, will you make sure you have yourself a whiteboard, something to wipe with, and a marker, please? I'll take it. Yuri. Phone. Too late. I'll keep it with me. Yeah.
Alright, let's see who can do the fastest.
All right. Everyone good? All right, let's do some problems. See how we do. Will you try this problem for me, please? I want y by itself. Try that. See how you do. So we want to get y all by itself, okay? So I have it highlighted. See if that helps you. Yeah, I'm seeing some work. Cool, cool. I think.
Possible if it's like the right.
Oh, I like that. Okay, that could work. I think we had enough time. Let's double check. So I want to get y by itself. So I'm going to decide to do this. Do you agree with this first step, or did you do something different? And then, what's my last step according to what I have? Those cancel. Minus x. Friends, do you have something that looks similar? They say yay.
So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant the class. Yes.
But she said yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're good.
So you'll have to go to your dean at the end of the day to get it. Okay? All right. Next problem I want us to try. Go ahead and erase what you have. Solve for y. Oh, you guys are going to be good at this one. Anyone see the shortcut? Yeah, baby.
Yep.
I like it. All right, we should have enough time. What should I do? What's the only thing I have to do here? Just add 4. And then just rewrite it. And it's done. It's all done. Are you wrong if you distributed the half over? No. You know what you did if you distributed the half over? You did more steps. You did more work. Keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. All right. Can I move to the next one? I want you to solve for y on this one, please. Let's undo that. Get that y all by itself. See how you do. You see? Good. I like it. Double check. Don't erase it yet. Just double check it. Like it. Okay, about 15 more seconds. You have some attempts. Look at this stone. It's working for us. All right, so give me a shout out. What was your first step? Subtract 2x. Those cancel. What's my last step? Divide everything by 4. And reduce where you can. Why? 8 over 4 is what? 2. Subtraction. 2 over 4 is? 1/2. Done. Not too horrible, is it? Can I get rid of this one? No. Oh, put that. Another gimme. Let's, not really gimme. Let's solve for x. Ooh, I made it a little tougher to solve for x, didn't I? Those of you who are struggling a little bit, what do you think my first move should be? I could, and you're not wrong if you do that. So it was said to distribute 1/3. What do you think? You're then left with a 1/3 x. Is that okay? I guess it would be fine. We'll see what's going to happen here. What's 1/3 of 27? 9. Good. Do you agree with that? Okay, see if you can figure out the rest of that for x. Remember, I'm trying to get x all by itself. Yeah. Yeah, and then so you get 3y minus 9. Yeah, that totally would have worked. So if I multiply this by 3, this by 3, this by 3, that would have cleared the fraction. Okay, and then add 27. So you could have done it this way, definitely. It could have definitely done that way. Or let's continue this way. Do you agree with that so far? And then the last move we'd have to make, multiply this by 3, this by 3, and this by 3. Is this the same answer as this? If it is, I did it right. If it isn't, stirrup goofed.
There's no problem. You just do times 3 and cancel those out. So that just
The really nice thing about these problems is, and also keep this in
Oh,
mind too.
because you multiply by 3 on the right. You have to multiply on the left. So that'll look like that far apart if you do it that way.
That makes more sense.
Cool.
You need to mess around with a couple, just bring everything else on the other side. If that makes sense. That totally did not make sense. So with this type of problems, and also keep this in mind for this exam, right? You'll have a question that says solve for x, and you only have x in the equation. But then you're also gonna have problems like this that says solve for x, but you have y and x. With that in mind, you would follow this process, and really what it is you're still doing the same concept as finding for x, but you don't find exactly what x is, if that makes sense, compared to other problems. So it's just messing around with a couple variables.
Okay, can I move on? Last problem. I would like you to get y by itself. So notice, do I have y on both sides? Yeah. So we're going to have to do some moving around. See if you can get a good shot. So if you're stuck, this is what my first move might have been. That would have been my first move. Then I probably would have done this. Then I would have looked at this probably. And the last step, divide everything by 2. What's negative 2 over negative 2? Or negative 2 over 2? Negative 1x plus 1. Or you could have had this. Either of those answers is totally fine. Questions for us? All right, we're out of here at 11. All right. I would like for you to work on page 53 and 54. All of them. So it's 1 through 10. And if you would, erase your whiteboard, put your cap back on your marker, and put it back up there neatly for us, please.